Yes, I have a definition now, but how it will simplify mathematics? So this will answer this question. How math can be made easy? Actually, what I am telling, that there are hundreds of systems, and in that 100 system there will be 100 formulas. Okay, and if you try to remember all those formulas that I told you, that trigonometric identities, if you try to remember, you never can remember all these things. So what is the solution? You just see the equation and try to get to understand what this equation representing, and in your surprise I am telling that you will find it is a line. All these function I have shown here, all are represented by a line.
Line.
Line, L-I-N-E.
I always thought it was like, I'm like, wow.
Is not it? All these functions are represented by a line. So you don't learn those functions. Learn the line. And learn line. How much type of line? These two types. Broadly, we can say that there is two types: straight line and curved line.
Oh, so line does not. Okay. So your line includes the non-straight part. Okay. Because usually we tend to think line matlab straight line.
Line,
Okay.
ये भी line.
Curved line.
This is
also.
also line.
Okay.
And now, are you getting that? Now the world, what was looking infinite, 100 systems, 1000 systems, and 1000 parameter, how I can handle all these things? But when you come back to the line system, line is only two types: a straight line or a curved line, something that's all. And if you know that line's characteristics, so this line is any function represented by line, and you know that how this line characters of this line. So you can identify the characteristics of the system. Okay. So when I am talking about making math easy, I am talking about try to understand the characteristics of line. If you know the characteristics of a line, you can solve any mathematical problem.
So effectively what you are saying is the way in which we teach mathematics or we learn mathematics, we try to learn it from different perspectives.
Yes.
But all of it in Satya is, the truth is
It is a line.
lines.
Yes.
So let us try to learn that, and then automatically every
Everything
interpretation.
covered.
Oh.
And that is the mantra I am giving, and I claim that 2 days in you can learn mathematics, and this is the
First day.
first stage. Yes. Agree on that?
Yeah, we'll
You start believing, and further I will show that, and you will start believing, and when you start believing in this, then math will never appear hard to anybody. And when you have control in line, this everything, every object,
Everything falls
every
in line.
function, every geometry, every art, all are line only. And when you are the controller of line, you are the controller of the world.
makes you feel like Hitler.
Huh?
Makes you feel like Hitler.
Yeah.
Controller of the world. Wow.
Intellectually control, not physically control.
Absolutely.
Physically, it is you even cannot control.
Mathematically you can be in control.
Intellectually, you can
But
control.
that is even more powerful.
It's more powerful.
Yeah, people
E is
not
equal to
realize
MC
that.
square has destroyed so many countries.
Line already won.
So let us attack on line.
So, profound.
So, what is the equation of line now? You tell.
Y is equal to mx plus c.
You.
Depending on what dimension you are.
Equation of a line. It's
Yeah,
just
so
a line.
see, y is equal to mx plus c implies that there is 2 dimensions and there are 2 variables that is determining. In an n dimensional space, probably we will have multiple more things coming up.
and n dimensional this equation will not valid. What is true.
Right, right.
But actually, truly speaking, that y is equal to mx plus c, this is not general equation of line.
Right. In fact, it should be that 2 point represented, because we know that 2 points represent a straight line.
Yes.
So you will have y2 minus y1 is equal to x2 minus x1.
That is also intercept. That is intercept. Ax plus
by.
by is equal to c. I think this is the general equation of line. So,
but again over there, doesn't it assume that it is in only 2 dimensions?
it is 2 dimension. Let us start with 2
2
dimensions.
dimensions.
We will go complex system, but I will show that this complex system is not complex if I go in. So, y is equal to mx plus c. Here we used that x is equal to independent variable, y is equal to dependent variable, m slope and constant. I have written one point slope and constant, and c is the y intercept. Okay. So, everybody know these things. Now, when we deal with that, we face that y is equal to mx plus c, and 3 terms we use very frequently, 3 terms. What one is the variable, independent dependent variable, one is parameter, and one is constant. Now, I am asking what is the difference, or what you mean by parameter?
Parameters are probably identity tags that enable you to differentiate between lines. What parameters will you use to characterize, say, participants in this workshop? So, those would
mathematically
attributes of the line, in some sense.
That m and c I am telling.
Right. So they are going to give you different lines.
So, m and how it is, m and c is constant, and how it is different from this? We are using 3 terms, no, constant, variable, parameters.
Different values of these constants will determine different
systems.
lines. Yeah.
Yes,
different
constant.
lines. So this constant is constant only for a line.
Constant is constant
So
for a
only
line.
But different sets of these constants will be parameters.
Yeah, it is very important, and those are not clear. You can clear about this concept. You just this is a place where we can get this idea concept get clarified. Parameter and constant, there is a, and at the same sake variable, there is a lot of confusion. What is this 3 mean? Variable, in one sense, it is the suppose independent variable. What is that independent variable? All the x values.
The points that you can choose, that
Yeah.
you are free to choose.
You are free to choose. So, x axis, what is called again domain, all are independent variable.
Range will be the dependent variable.
And y will be the dependent variable. Okay. So, variable we are not confusion, not much confusion.
Timing of this.
Here domain, x axis domain, this is independent variable and this is range.
Right.
This top side, sorry.
Remembering, I see a lot of students who are confused between what is domain and what is range.
I'll discuss this point.
But they get confused.
I have something.
What is range, what is domain?
So, this m and c is parameter, but when I represent a line, this line y is equal to 5x plus 2.
So, the m and c values are 5 and 2.
The m and c value, m value is 5 and c value is 2. For this m and c is constant. You can see this is
for this line.
For this line, but for another line, if I have another line like that, this m and c will be different. So, m and c are the parameters. M and c are the parameters, which is true for any line, but for particular line it can take a particular value. But what is the constant? A is equal to pi r square. This is the area of a circle. This
Pi
pi
is a
is
constant.
not parameter.
It's a constant. It doesn't
This
differ.
is larger
Circle.
circle, smaller circle, all circle, pi is constant. It is not parameter. It is not parameter. And x and y are variables. They are not parameters. So this is simple differences, but we should know clearly this parameter. What is parameter? Hardly any place you will get is this definition clearly written. So that was the reason the people gets confused. This domain, range, parameter, variable, they use so casually. No, we don't get clarity on those things. So these are the things. And what is the C? Here C,
Intercept.
C y intercept.
Y
Okay. So it is a slope. We'll practice something. Here I am telling that you draw a point, then you draw a line, and then you draw a triangle in Excel. This will be our next exercise.
Boss.
And I am today telling you casually to draw a point, but in 2012, this 3 years back, I have shown others that problem I faced. Almost 6 months I have to struggle to know the tricks to draw a point in MATLAB or Excel or any other AutoCAD I tried. I am an expert in Max, 3ds Max. 3ds Max is the animation software, but I could not plot a desired point in all those things.
Yes, how do you do that?
So, when anybody finish, just raise hand. Three and 5.
Insert.
I'll just tell you this. You enter 3 and 5 in any of the cells. Sorry.
Come on.
3 and 5, then insert scattered. This is the scattered, you just follow, and then this is the scattered. I am doing, you can follow me, right click and select data, then add, you can write point and then x axis, then y axis, that is all. This is the point I have plotted. Then
Hold on. There are only two coordinates, x value and the y value. So how come I get a line? I should get a
line I will tell later.
he has created a line for me.
This if you select both the points together, it will be a line. So you select first x and then select y separately.
Okay.
Him, can you help others?
We are looking for. Yeah, insert.
नहीं ये इसमें किस तरह का है?
Insert.
Scattered, last one.
पॉइंट दिखेगा रेलेवेंट ये लाइन करो
Right click,
आप
right
पहले ये
click.
जो है ना ये लाइन हो
right
गया
click
पहले
there.
पॉइंट कर लो ये मेरा बेटा देखा पहले पॉइंट बनाओ देन लाइन
Scatter
बनाएगा
में जाने का बेटा है।
You just follow me, then it will be easy.
This way, either way, doesn't matter. But you still get a line. You need a point.
It's taking y values on its own. No, sorry, it's taking x values on its own. So this is the first point.
No, you just follow me. I'll show it again.
3 5. Can you do?
You see there. You see the the board. Insert, scattered, and then this one.
I go to a
Sca-
cell. Then I
No, don't go to cell. You put it in empty cell somewhere.
I go to an empty cell.
Uh,
In that I go insert
insert
and then I go to scatter.
scattered, then scattered with marker and lines. This one, last one.
Okay.
Then click that, and
Yeah.
you will get a line. You delete it first.
There is no line here. Okay.
So empty. If it is empty, it is okay. Then,
Then-
right click, and
Okay.
you will get a box, and there select data. In select data source, add. Are you getting?
Yes, add chart at data range.
No, legend
one.
entries.
Add, okay.
Add,
Hmm.
and then you can add some whatever right you can legend you can add. Then x value you select
Oh,
that.
name. This is the name.
Then y value. This point has come.
नहीं इसमें ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में ही नहीं आ रहा है. इंसर्ट के